How's it going, everybody? Um, Welcome back to episode 6, maybe? That seems right. Of Diary of a Small Town Nomad. So, this is just on the. I'm gonna go over this again on the whenever we get to the actual podcast bit. But yeah, I completely forgot to go through and do all of my entries this week. So this is just gonna kind of be off the gun as I go. Um, it was kind of just a meh week until we got to yesterday, which really is what I'm going to go into. So yeah, I'm just gonna call it off the head, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna start the podcast now, which means I'm gonna mute myself, and then we're just gonna hop right into it. It's gonna be not that long of an episode today. I've got some other stuff I want to get done. And if you listen to the first one, you know that I'm doing whatever makes me happy. And today, it's not spending the extra time to go back and, fill in all my entries and then go through the long process. It's going to be very short, very sweet, short and sweet kind of deal. It's going to be recording it real quick, going into my things and posting it because I'm already a day late. I usually do these on Sunday, but yesterday I went out to Mardi Gras. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and we'll start. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 6, I believe, of Diary of a Small Town Nomad. So glad that you're here. So glad that we've made it through this week because this week it kind of drug on throughout the week for me. Don't know how it was for you. Hopefully, it was a better week. Not to say that this week was a bad week at all, but it was just a very, very slow week. Um, and if you've noticed the date on your phone, computer, tablet, whatever you're watching this on, or just old school on your watch, however you want to do it. But let's be real, it's probably an Apple Watch or a Samsung Watch. Probably not a regular old watch, but we do live in the technological age. But anywho, if you notice the date, then you notice that this is a day late. So that is my bad. And even more something that is my bad, I forgot to do every single one of my entries for this week. And you figure that if I had a week that drug on like this one did, that I would have plenty of time to remember to do those. But I just forgot to do them, and that's okay. And rather than go through and fill them all out today before I do the podcast, I'm really going to cut this one short. Probably going to be like episode 3, maybe. I think that was like 15 minutes or so. Maybe even shorter. I'm not gonna. I'm just. It's gonna be kind of a quick refresh of what I did this week. Just talking about it, going over it real quick, um, and then I'll go into my point that I wrote down on a napkin last night when I was drunk. So that was fun. Um, and yeah, then we'll cut it from there. So it'll be super short this time, guys. Not gonna keep y'all too long. And I'm gonna go get to other stuff that I gotta get done and go do stuff that I want to do. Not to say that I don't want to do this, but today putting in the extra steps is just not at the top of my list, if I'm being honest. Anywho, so yeah, like I said, I forgot to do all the entries this week. This week at work was kind of just a slow man week. I mean, we did go on a drive. We went to, I think we went to a drive. Unless I'm just tripping. 98% sure we went to a drive. We went to a school drive. Pretty sure. I don't know. I'm kind of tripping. Um, See, this is why I'm supposed to write these things down because I won't remember them. But yeah, pretty much my entire week this week was spent just trying to get to the weekend because I took my first ever PTO day. Woo! Yay for paid time off. Um, and I took it today. That's why I'm recording this day, because this week, this month, we're everybody down here in Mobile. Because if you don't know, Mobile is actually the home to the first Mardi Gras in the United States. So it's pretty interesting. New Orleans is the big place where it's popping, but it's popping in Mobile too. A lot of people celebrate down here, and I've never done that, so I wanted to be a part of it. So I took today off because I was told that yesterday, which was Sunday, the 12th of February, um, that's the adult day. That's the day that everybody goes out and gets drunk. That is Joe Cane Day, and so that's what I did. I went out and I got drunk. I got one of my friends from work and her male friend. Uh, to go out. It was supposed to be another one of my friends, but unfortunately he wasn't able to go. It was a real bummer, and I miss him. Miss he wasn't there. But I do understand too, and I can't wait to hang out with all of us again as a group. Um, but yeah, just catching up on some quick things real quick. So like for one, I did. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last one. I did finally set my place that I'm moving to. So I'm supposed to move at the end of the month. It's going to be a heck of a challenge trying to get everything moved quickly and efficiently. We'll see how that works out. Especially because there's a roommate in the room that I'll be staying in right now, and he doesn't leave until the end of February. So, but luckily I got them to put me off of work Friday the 1st. So that'll give me that entire day to do as much moving as possible and get that out of the way. And hopefully, if he's gone a little bit beforehand, then I will try to get some of that knocked out before as well. Um, and then that was the main thing, guys. Just getting that out of the way, saving up, trying to catch up from bills and stuff. I did DoorDash. That's the money that I allowed myself to go out and spend tonight or last night. Um, and instead of going out to a bunch of the bars and drinking at the bars, I kind of mixed up my stuff and got a big, like, uh, 3 liter or whatever, or a gallon container, and it was able to fit perfectly my for those of you watching the video, my big old thing of orange juice here, and my slightly smaller thing of whipped cream vodka here. Because if you don't know, mixing whipped cream vodka with orange juice makes a perfect little dreamsicle drink, and it's fantastic. So, flashback to thinking of drinking right there. But anywho, that being said, yeah. So getting into yesterday, it was super fun. I went out to the parade. It was a wild experience, kind of, because where I'm from, I mean, they have a Mardi Gras parade, but it's not like for real. It's not a Mardi Gras parade like a Mardi Gras parade down here. And up there, like all the parades and stuff are all just about kids, and it's like, oh yeah, throw the stuff to the kids and give the stuff to the kids. Dog, down here it is every man, woman, child for themselves. Uh, I quickly realized that most of the stuff that I got was just kind of it was just there, like it kind of fell at my feet, kind of thing. I didn't really try to like, hey, give me some stuff, jump out or whatever. And then I realized there was every man and woman and child for himself, because there was a group of girls and guys in front of me that were like, yeah, and I was like, okay, wow. So some stuff flew past them because I was directly behind them, and I was like, oh, cool. I got some beads. I got some moon pies. I got a little Beanie Baby giraffe. Um, so that was cool. But then there was one dude, kind of a jerk move in my opinion, like that comes up right beside me and is like screaming, "Hey!" like and waving and everything, and like jumping in front of me to catch stuff, and I'm like, man, like on one hand, like I'm not gonna, I'm not actively making an attempt to catch it, but like I don't know, dude, just like back up, this is my little 1 square foot that I have carved out here. You go stand over there where you were catching your stuff at. So there was also a baby beside us, and the baby kept getting hit with stuff, and I felt so bad. Like it was in its little carrier, and they were throwing like beads and like bundles of beads, and it was just raining down. And like every now and then, the dad, well, say every now and then, whenever it happened, the dad would be like, oh, like, so I felt really bad for the baby. But that being said, uh, and then skipping over to that night afterwards, after the parade, then my friend finally caught up with me, with her male friend, and we went out and kind of just walked around for a little while, went drinking. Uh, Actually, I think that was pretty much all we did was just walk around. And I was drinking, and they were occasionally drinking some of my stuff. Well, she was. He was the DD. Um, and they left. Excuse me. They left, and I just kind of went back to one of the bars and hung out for a little while. Watched the end of the Super Bowl. Go KC. Um, Not a KC fan, but cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, on behalf of that Kelsey connection right there. So, on behalf of my Philly Eagles. Um, but yeah, that was pretty much it. And then today, kind of wrapping up some of the stuff that I meant to do yesterday, doing some laundry and stuff. I got to take out the trash, all that fun stuff. Eventually, I plan on trying to work on taking like my wall decorations down and starting to pack, because I really don't need to wait until the last second to pack. But that might be a project I save for next weekend, TBH, because then I'd have the whole weekend instead of trying to pile it into a day. And I kind of want to relax today after yesterday, not gonna lie. So, getting into the drunken note that I left for myself, today's episode was going to be kind of on companionship. It's weird, I feel like, because you have different people, right? You have like introverts and extroverts, and introverts typically don't go out as much and seek companionship in the typical sense as much. But I feel like, for one, us as humans, we all seek companionship, excuse me, in some form or fashion, no matter what it shows itself in. Like, it could be like, even if it's companionship, like virtual companionship, if you like video games and connect with those, or characters in them, or however, there's something, because I was watching Smosh Reddit stories the other day, and they talked about, one of the stories had this person communicating with AI, like fictional video game character AI chat thing. It was Arthur Morgan. I found that out at the end. But they like began like developing this strong like connection with them. So, which granted, they had a boyfriend, and they probably should have put that effort into their relationship and said maybe, but that's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, it's weird too, because I'm in a weird spot with this, because I'm really trying to stand on my own and not need anybody else. But at the end of the day, whether it's I've hit that one stage of being drunk, or whether I'm just sitting here by myself thinking to myself, or whenever I get in my head a little bit about it, I realize, like, I'm like, man, sure would be nice to have somebody. Excuse me. And it really doesn't help with Valentine's Day coming up. I absolutely despise Valentine's Day, by the way. Um, and I don't think, I'm not one of those that it's like, oh, I don't have anybody, I don't like seeing everybody else do stuff. No, it's not really that. It's more along the lines of, I think it's weird to regulate, like treating your significant other good to one day and being like, oh, here's flowers, oh, here's chocolate. Like, I don't like the idea of doing nice things because a holiday tells me to, as much as doing nice things because I actually love you and care about you. That's just my personal belief on it. Um, but yeah, I even, because whenever the other friend wasn't able to go, I was like, okay, well, I don't really want to go out, just me and the coworker and her male friend. Um, it's one thing going out with like couples as a group, because then I mean, fifth wheeling to me doesn't really feel like a thing. Like, I'm hanging out with the group as of that point. I can talk to everyone in the group. But when it's you and one other person, like somebody you're talking to, whatever, that the third wheeling's where it gets me a little bit. Not gonna lie. But honestly, I mean, it wasn't too bad. But beforehand, I was trying to find someone to be my plus one, so I did download the dating apps again. Kind of regret it. They're still on there, but I mean, I was literally doing it through last night. I'm probably gonna delete them, because I mean, literally, the second I got it, like, I was like, I remember why I deleted these now. So I'm probably gonna go through and delete them again. Uh, Granted, it was only like 2 days that I was back on there, but I didn't find anything of meaning or of value to me. So it's probably just going to dip it, and maybe something happens naturally. It's hard to find in the world nowadays, but who knows? Maybe somebody out there is doing the same thing as me, and they want to find that natural connection, and we just happen to bump into each other, and I'm like, hey, what's up? So, but yeah, that's about it. Like I said, super short episode today. I've got a lot of stuff I got to get done, a lot of stuff I want to go do. I'm planning on streaming tonight, so uh, if by chance I've got this posted before I start that, you can watch me at YouTube. You can also watch the video cast here. It's going to be me just talking like I am now and kind of fidgeting with these quarters that I have on my desk that I'm looking at. Because this one's from 1967. And I don't know if quarters are valuable, but I was like, oh, that one's kind of old. There was also one that I dropped earlier that I thought looked pretty cool. It's from 2022, but it's got Anna May Wong on the back of it, so I thought that was pretty neato. There's another one from 2022. It's got Wilma Mankiller. What? Wilma Mankiller, Principal Chief. Oh, she's Native American. Oh, that makes more sense. I was like, bro, how you got the last name Mankiller? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And the other ones are those state ones, aside from this regular 1992 one. Yeah, so that was fun. Anywho, guys, like I said, I'll be streaming a little bit later today. If you want to, you can check it out. You can check out the video cast on there as well. It's my soap reviews and all that fun stuff. Over on YouTube, that is the number 1 DER Wild, WILD. So that is Wonder Wild. Again, number 1 DER WILD, Wonder Wild. Because they took the basic just spelling out wonder, WONDER. So I had to get creative. So yeah, a little bit more difficult for you. But if you want to find it, you can find me over there. And that being said, guys, to all you beautiful people out there, if no one told you today, I am proud of you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you've been here. Can't wait to see what you do this week. And I love you. So stay beautiful. Stay golden, pony boy. And I'll see you back here next week. Hopefully for a more put together episode. So take it easy. Boom, 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 boom. Episode 6 is in the books, yeah. Now it's time for me. Man, Kazooie was being loud during this episode. Kazooie, you got something to say back there? I didn't. That's what I thought. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys. Like I said, you're already on YouTube. I plan on streaming a little bit later today. So if you want to pop into that, I'm going to be playing Pokemon Scarlet. I'm going to be trying to complete my Pokedex for the Paldea region. And I'm also trying kind of to fill in a living Pokedex. I feel like it's easier to try to do that as you go along the way rather than just doing it later. Because then if there's one that I'm like, oh, okay, I need 3 evolutions of this, I can just catch 3 right then and then go through and evolve them. So, yeah, but thanks for stopping by, guys. I'll see y'all next one.